Welcome guys to round 18 of the Let's Make Max Verstappen World Champion Series. We've come to Mexico, where we've had historically some interesting races over the years. Well, in terms of seasons of career mode, of course. We've come to a track that I really need to do well on. As you will see momentarily with the standings, it is very close with 3 rounds to go on the channel. And I can say, guys, that we are going to be wrapping this series up this week, as tomorrow we'll be back with the penultimate round at Brazil, and then on Sunday at 8 o'clock will be the finale at Abu Dhabi, which could be a championship decider, or it may be over and done with. We don't know what's going to happen in the series. That's why I love streaming this live, because it's unpredictable what's going to go on, how we go on there. So, you will see right about now, if it's going to come up. It's taking its time. Come on, don't do this to me, game. You're trolling me right now. There we go. You can see the state of play going into this one. We are 11 points behind Lewis Hamilton going into this race, with Bottas still in with a sniff of the championship. But in qualifying, if you saw that, guys, live, if you're watching this back, then make sure you subscribe right now if you want to see the qualifying, because it's only available to those who are watching it live with me, as I crop this video out just for you guys. But our teammate is on pole, Danny Rick. Of course, he is not going to win the championship, so I'm not bored about that. But he could help us a little bit with the championship. As you can see, we're 11 points behind, of course. So this is going to be very intriguing how this is going to go tonight. I am pumped for this race. 3 races to go. We need to basically beat Hamilton in this race to realistically have a great chance of winning this championship going forward to Brazil. But here is your starting grid for round 18 of the championship. And of course, Danny Rick got pole, which you saw. Hamilton gets second. Vettel gets third. Sainz with a surprising 4th, which you'll see in a minute, as Raikkonen was on pole, but he got 5 grid penalty. Where's us in P6? P5 actually. And Bottas got a penalty as well, of course. So the rest of the field is on your screen, and of course the Manners get disqualified as well at the end of the first, well, basically at the end of the first lap. So good news for them, for any fans, of course, and I think they are. I could be wrong, but they could be racing, I don't know. But of course, we had some issues with the Manners being DQ'd in a few races, so I don't know if I've kept the performance on or I've taken it out. So we're going to find out anyway, but they will be at the back of the grid anyway, regardless. So it's a 2-stop strategy. We're going to be going on to the soft and then the mediums, but I may flip things up a little bit depending on how we go. And you can see that the free stop is a possibility. It's only about 8 seconds, and we will be on faster tyres, but we'll see how we go on there as we go along the race. So you guys can have a say on what you think we should do in the strategy by leaving a comment on the video right now if you feel that we are doing the right strategy or not. You guys will decide what we do for strategy today. You lot are the engineers. I'm just going to let you know that. The setup is on your screen, by the way. Not that you want to use it, because we've got a week before F1 2017 comes out on the channel, which I revealed the team, of course, live. So if you're watching this back, you're going to have to wait until a week's time to find out who we're driving as. But our target today, guys, is always 150 likes on this video. If we could smash that, guys, that'd be awesome. And we'll be back tomorrow again with the penultimate round of the season, and we'll be back on Sunday for the finale, as Friday and Saturday I'm not here, but I will be putting some content up for you guys, so make sure that you come and check it out, guys. But here we go then, for 36 laps, round 18 of the championship. Here we go for Max Verstappen. Can he win a championship this season, or will we have to go back to 2017? We're about to find out as the lights are out, and away we go. We get a great start off the line. We're going to go down the middle of Sebastian Vettel and Carlos Sainz. And who's this coming up then? I don't know who it is. We're going to be 4 wide, going down the straight towards turn 1. We're going down the middle. It's going to be, oh God, we've been hit from Sainz as well, but we've managed to scrape through. Luckily, got through. Hamilton's just up the road there in second place, but we've managed to scrape through that. Don't know how, but we managed to get through there. Woo, that was close. As Hamilton going for a cheeky move on our teammate into the hairpin, and he's going to have the position, but Ricciardo's going to come back. This is going to slow them both down, which is going to help me try and get past Hamilton here. Ricciardo's doing a stellar job of blocking Hamilton. Good job, sir. Good job, Ricciardo. Doing me very well. I'm going to try and outbrake Hamilton to the next corner, and that didn't really work for us, but we had to do it. We had to take the gamble. Of course, we are Max Verstappen. We've got to take those gaps, and that helps Ricciardo pull away a little bit, which is good news for us, of course, because Hamilton won't win the race, but we just need to get ahead of Hamilton and we'll have a chance there. Vettel behind as well. We've got to keep an eye on him. He's been pretty quick this weekend. Well, at Mexico, of course. So we've got to come through the final corner We've been mighty quick in the first sector, so that's my hope and pray that we can somehow close Hamilton down on the main straight, and then we should be fine. But we come across the line to start the second lap of the race, and I'm starting to feel a little bit of tyre wear going off a little bit. Still 19% as we've got some yellow flags out, as the manners are somewhat parked there on the straight for some very bizarre reason, so they should be disqualified shortly. There they go, so a little bit late than usual, but they've finally been disqualified from the race. Luckily they've not taken anyone out, so that's good news. As we can see, we're closing the gap to Hamilton again. We're going to drop it back into lean. So we may add a little bit of wing as well in the pit stops, and we're just going to see how that goes. So we're going to stick with the 2-stop for now. If we may see if we can go aggressive, then we will. So we'll wait and see. You guys can say in the chat if you want me to do a 2 or a 3-stop race, as we just lock up a little bit, which is going to cost me a bit of time here. As I think we may need to bump it up a little bit on the downforce department, so I'm going to do that actually. Bump it up to 6. As you can see, we've lost a chunk of time here to Lewis Hamilton, and Vettel's all over the back of us, which is not what I need. So I may have to do a little bit of a cheeky undercut here to try and close the gap down to Hamilton and Ricciardo. So I may pit very early than usual. So we'll wait and see as we're going to start lap 3 of the race. Hamilton gets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. No DRS yet, I believe, but I could be wrong here. As there goes Lance Stroll up into P4, and he's going to actually challenge us for P3, but he backs out of it there as there's a battle going on. Hamilton and Ricciardo still fighting over the lead of the Grand Prix. They're going side by side, and Hamilton pushes Ricciardo wide, and this is going to help us actually close the gap down, as Ricciardo's going to try and go for a cheeky move here on Lewis Hamilton. We're going to try and pass our teammate here by outbraking him into the next corner, and we've got the job done on our teammate, and we move up to second place. So a big move, that one there, thanks to the 2 AI fighting with each other. That's helped us close that gap down of what was 1.4 seconds, as they all bottled it completely through that corner. As again we go very too deep into the corner. Hamilton's going to pull away a little bit, which is not what I want, of course, in my area of expertise. We don't want that. Go up to Rich Mix. Ricciardo's getting very hungry behind, and see Hamilton's building that gap up again. Just running a little bit too aggressive on the gear changes as well, because too much shifting will cause your car to lose the back end a little bit. Go through the final corner. We actually nailed that one for the first time properly. We come out of the final corner. Still no improvement, but the tyres are starting to go off a little bit, especially on the rear. So I may tactically pit early to try and get an undercut on Lewis Hamilton here. But we'll wait and see as Ricciardo's getting a little bit of pressure from Lance Stroll behind. Some short shift there, so yep, the finale will be separate. Actually, would it be separate? I'm not too sure, actually. Maybe separate on the, maybe on the same day, actually. But Jeff's telling me to pit this lap, actually, I've just noticed. Confirm change. So Jeff wants me to pit this early, which is intriguing. So I may do that, actually. So Jeff wants me to come in this lap. We are starting to lose a little bit of grip in these rear tyres, so that may help us actually. We may as well go for the gamble and go for a 3-stop. So I am going to do the 3-stop then. Just so we can try and jump a few people as well. So I'm going to box this lap, come off these very worn soft tyres. In we go. We're the only ones in the pits as well, so this is a bit of a tactical one, this one. Tactical decision. We're going to pit now on lap 6. Try and get some clean air. Good stop from the boys. We've got some extra wing on as well to help us in the middle sector and the final sector, and hopefully we're going to be at the back of the field, which is good news for us because we get some clean air, which is what we want. So we're behind Hulkenberg, and this is what we wanted, some clean air, because then of course, we've got some yellow flags up ahead, so I don't know what's happened up here, but something's happened. I don't know what, but we've got so much grip. And it's Carlos Sainz who's parked his car, so I think he's going to be out of the Grand Prix shortly. Which is a real shame for Sainz. He had a good qualifying. So a bit of a disappointment there for any Carlos Sainz fans, but we're closing the gap now on the cars ahead of the Renaults. So I'm hoping... locked up again. I may have to play with the brake bias a little bit. That's the wrong button. Put the brake bias on. We're going to have to lower that down a little bit. Hamilton stays out, so he's going to carry on. Focus now, focus time. Back end slides out, no one's pitting yet, so this is interesting from the field. No safety car, unfortunately. Gonna burn up some rich mix now. We've just got to try anything in the book here. As Hulkenberg's still behind a Sauber, and I don't know what car that is actually. Is it Palmer? See, that's why Hulkenberg's down the field. He's been held up by his teammate. And we're coming on to the back now of this pack. Running at too much speed. Ryan, don't do that. And Hamilton's in the pits. Hamilton's in. And we're going to get DRS as well from the pack here, so this is going to be nice to get. A little bit of oversteer, but we're going to go past Hulkenberg around the inside. This could be close actually. I don't know where anyone is, but we've got the DRS. And we're now up to 15th as Giovinazzi's taking a spot today for... and there, I think, is Lewis Hamilton. So we've actually gained, not much, but we have gained a bit on Hamilton, who's on the medium tyres actually. That's interesting from Hamilton actually. Interesting call there from Lewis. Medium tyres. I don't know why he would go on those tyres. As he's actually battling with Grosjean, so that's going to help me a little. Magnussen, actually. And Hamilton's in traffic as well, so that's going to help me close the gap. And he's on the slower tyre as well. Bit of an interesting call that from Mercedes to go onto that tyre. Maybe they feel that the medium's going to be good for this part of the race, maybe? Who knows? As Ricciardo now comes into the pits, so Ricciardo may actually take the lead of the race here. Possibly, we'll wait and see. Some more people come to the pits, we're going to get a good run here on Danny Kvyat. We can get the DRS deployed, we're going to go out the side, and there's our teammate, and we just about get ahead of him. But we moved up to P6 now, just about from Carlos Kvyat actually. Massive moment there for us, but you can see we've closed the gap to Hamilton, and we've got DRS as well, which is good news as well. So we can just close that gap down a little bit, a tiny bit there, lads. We are still in rich mix, we'll just have to go full pelt, and we've gone purple in the first sector. As Hamilton's now catching up to the other Haas now, a Grosjean. I think that is. Now going to have to hunt him down. I think the softs now are in the temperature range, which is what I want. Just about. I think that middle sector is a little bit of a difficulty one for me. As long as we can keep up to Hamilton's pace. Hamilton's going to go onto the soft tyres at the end of the race? That's the most intriguing question to answer. But we get the fastest lap though. So that's good news. We've got the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Stroll's on the same strategy as us, so he's going to be pitting soon for the mediums. As Hamilton's going to be now under pressure now. As we're now into that slipstream of Hamilton's, he has got Grosjean ahead of him, who's not going to be easy to pass. So this could be the crucial moment of the race here. If we can get past Hamilton now, this would be big here for the race. As he's catching up to Grosjean, so he's going to be in that little bubble now. So there's a little bit of a screen lag there, which is not what I wanted, of course, to try and chase Hamilton down. Hamilton's got a good run. They're going to go side by side, which is good for me. And Hamilton's got the job done, and that's going to hold him up a little bit. Little tap from Grosjean, but it's actually helped us make the corner easier. Just taking it aggressive there, going over the limits there. On the run up to Rich Mix, we're going to get DRS on Hamilton, and Grosjean's going to get DRS on Hamilton as well. So this could be interesting into turn one. Look at the speed difference we've got here. This is going to be interesting. We're going to go 3 wide down the straight, and I think we may have done it there, lads. We've locked up. We've gone a little bit too deep into the corner. We've got to play it safe onto the track. But we've managed to get ahead of Hamilton and Grosjean, and we now are in a net first place for the lead of the Grand Prix. Van Dorn's still going on the soft tyres, so that was a crucial move that we had to make. It was a bit of a risky one for a chocolate biscuit, but we've managed to get a job done, and we're now leading the Grand Prix. Well, a net first place for the rest of the field pit, of course. There's only 3 more drivers who have not yet stopped. No sign of Hamilton catching up to me, which is even more good news for us. It's taking it so tight now, but that was close. That was. I'm not going to lie. Oh, clip the curb there, just pushes it a little bit wide. Hamilton's coming back again. Hopefully we can gain some time on him in this first sector as Van Dorn pits. And who has not pitted yet? That's the question. I think the 2 Force Indias are actually leading this race, first and second, and they're fighting over the lead of the race. Now this is the crucial one. Perez and Ocon are fighting for the lead, and we know they can be a feisty bunch. This is going to get very tasty now. Remember, we did pit on lap 15. Was it end of lap 4? Was it? So the tyres will start to go off a little bit now on these softs. As Hamilton's going to come on us now, we have to go up to Rich Mix to defend. As he's going to try and make a move around the outside. We've got to give him space, so he's going to be on the inside. He's actually made contact with us. Lewis Hamilton's made contact with us and clipped the side of him. And we've been given a warning from the stewards, but that is very, very aggressive from Lewis Hamilton right there. We gave him the space and just decided to clip the left rear, and he spins out of it there, but it's not going to be over because he's going to catch up anyway. But Lewis turned into me indeed. We gave him the space, but it's not over yet though. It's not over yet. Remember, we're doing 3 stops now. Hamilton is indeed 2 stopping. We've now got something from Jeff, so we need to look into that in a minute. That's the wrong button. That's the wrong button again. Confirm change. Right, we're pitting this lap apparently, so we may as well react to it now. Jeff's telling me to pit, so we are now committing to a free stop now. Someone, I think it was Schumacher, put a very good comment in saying that it's worth pitting. Actually, that's a point actually. The Force India have not pitted yet. That's another thing to consider. When are they pitting is the question. Because they could be ones to watch out for, the Force Indias, if they carry on. One of them's in the pits now. So we're going to go one more lap. We'll start to push a little bit here. We'll start to push a tiny bit. But the Force India, the Force India is the one to watch out for in this race. They're still going out on. They're still going. The Force Indias are still going on one stop. If they do a one stop today, then that's mental if they pull that one off. But at the minute, it's once they pit, it'll be me, then Stroll in second place. The next second place, that'll be mad. Oh, this is going to be interesting. The Force Indias could spoil this for me here. They're going very, very long on these tyres. I've got to say, 14 laps is not too shabby for them. Gives me a bit of hope. Oh my god, a little bit. I had a massive moment there. The wheel just correct. The force feedback just went a bit weird, saying that we're losing a lot of oversteer, but we are losing time now. So rear tyres on 50%, so that's not what we want to be on, of course. And I think Stroll may be pitting as well, so I may have to react here. And the Force Indias are still going, so we're going to box this lap anyway. Just going to have to react. Pitting this time. But how are they still going, the Force Indias, on those tyres? Good stop from the team. 1.7 stop second there. Bottas is in 8th. Raikkonen down in 10th. Oh, this is going to be awkward. As Hamilton goes through in 11th place, and he's under pressure from the two McLarens, who are working together actually, and they could actually overtake Lewis Hamilton into turn 1. What scenes right there. Alonso passes Lewis Hamilton right there, and we're just going to try and do some... Oh, and we've clipped the back of Van Dorn going very slowly there. We've got a little bit of damage, not too serious, so we don't have to worry about that one. And Van Dorn's being a little bit of a pain right now. Going to hold it around the outside, and we're going to get that job done on the inside, and we move up to 13th. Hamilton's still staying out there on those hard tyres. But if you guys saw the moment Alonso passed Hamilton, I think you should get your cameras out and take a picture of it. And literally savour the moment. Right there, so Perez still leads very wide out of that corner, so that's not ideal. And they're still going. The Force Indias are still going on circuit. That's amazing to see. How are they still going on the soft tyres? There's got to be a glitch, surely, with them. But people are coming to the pit, so I think some of them are reacting right now. As, I don't know who that was, but Alonso and... Oh, Hamilton getting very feisty with Alonso going into the main straight there. Try and undercut here on Alonso, but it didn't work. Was kind of expecting Alonso to do the same as Van Dorn, but late move there on Alonso, but we got it done, and he backs out of it, so we now move up to P10. We're now in the points. Back end slides out again, and we're closing on Lewis again. A lot more aggressive there. Perez still going out there, and he finally pits from the lead, Sergio Perez. So Perez going for the one-stop strategy, it seems, or a very strange two-stop, I've got to say. So Interesting call that from Force India to go that route. We're going to get a good run here on Lewis Hamilton. This should be the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. It is indeed into the 120s. And no sign of Perez, so I think we've jumped him actually. As we're going to go past Lewis Hamilton. No, we haven't actually. Perez has got a huge lead. As he's on the soft tyres, but he's in a bit of traffic there, Sergio Perez. So that may help us try and catch him up. But we're now ahead of Hamilton, which is the crucial thing in this race. We're now going to take points away from Hamilton, the Drivers' Championship, and try and get the gap down to single digits. Would be fantastic for us to go to Brazil and give us a little bit of a better chance than going there with double digits. Taking it so carefully through this sector now. Let's get that one nailed. Absolutely, we're going purple again in the middle sector. We're starting to get a bit of a rhythm now for this circuit as Ricciardo leads the way then. Obviously Ricciardo has not yet stopped. After his first round of pit stops, and again another fastest lap for us right now, and the gap's now come down to 5 seconds to Perez, and we're putting away a tiny bit from Lewis Hamilton as well, which is good news for us. Once we make our pit stop, he's going to be pitting somewhere similar as Lewis Hamilton. So my priority in this race is to stay ahead of Lewis Hamilton in the pit stops. As soon as he pits, I have to react in some stage. How, but I don't know how. But we can have some confidence that the Force Indias can go long on the softs to give me a little bit of hope. As we've actually closed the gap down to Perez, who's been held up by a Ferrari. I think that could be Raikkonen possibly. So this is helping us nicely here, but it's not gonna, it's going to help out Lewis Hamilton a little bit, as he's going to try and gain some positions, of course. But I think Perez may be getting held up here by the Ferrari, it seems. We're going to stand in some green flags. Something's happened up ahead. Don't know what's happened, but there's yellow flags going out, and it's a Mercedes. It's Bottas. Bottas has parked it on the racing line. I think Bottas may be about to retire from the Grand Prix. He's just parked his car on the circuit, and I think this could rule him out of the championship as well. What a shame for Bottas in this championship squabble right here. We could be going from 3 drivers to 2 at the end of this race right there, but what a shame that for Valtteri Bottas. As Perez finally gets past the Ferrari of Kimi Raikkonen as well, so Raikkonen drops a position, but I wonder why there was yellow flags. It was a little bit weird one, that one. But the scenes right there. We're already at half distance in this race already. As Jeff's on the blow-up. Keep current. A little bit of oversteer right there. Thanks, gamer. Have a good night. But Danny Rick's still going. I'm gonna guess he's gonna be pitting for the soft, so I don't have to. I'm not gonna bother about Ricciardo in this race. He's not my priority in this one. Hamilton is, as Massa's pitting. So he's going to come up, and Hamilton's now in DRS range, so our tyres are starting to go off now, which is not what we want. But as long as we can get to lap 21, we should be fine on the softs to the end of the race, which is where I want to be, as Perez has been overtaken again from Raikkonen, so that's going to help me try and close the gap. But Ocon's the surprise here. You've got to say Ocon's a sniff of winning this Grand Prix, and the scenes in the chat for Ocon fans if he wins this race will be incredible right there, I tell you. So we're trying to close in on Perez. We know Hamilton's going to be pitting in shortly. I think all of us have to pit really for our final stops of the race. We're going to go to lap 21, remember. and go to the end, because we know that the softs can go quite long in this one, but we can go on the mediums if we feel like it. It's running a little bit too deep though. Just using a little bit of ground now to the Force Indias and the Ferrari of Raikkonen, so we're keeping the gap the same to Ricciardo, is carrying on. Very brave from Danny Rick. So what shall we do, guys? Shall we pit for mediums, or as we've got another one in the pit, so we now elevate ourselves to P5. As here comes Hamilton then, he's going to try and do us here down the straight. It's round 2, and Hamilton's going to go for a late lunge, but we're going to try and hold it around the outside if we can, and we hold him off there just for now. But that is a sign that I'm a little bit concerned right now, so we may pit this lap. Maybe for mediums to play it safe. We can't take risks in this race as the back end slides out again for us. And again, starting to struggle a little bit now. Maybe the weather, the light cloud here is just playing a little bit of a factor here in this race regarding the tyre wear. So what would you guys do? Would you say, you know, would you say pits, or a little bit too deep there into the last corner? We now have to defend from Hamilton here. Every point is vital here, as we got, I think that's Raikkonen in the pits as he makes this final stop of the race. He's going to be the one to keep an eye on for what tyres he goes on, but we're defending for our lives here down the straight from Hamilton. We're going to move up to the left for our one and only defensive line that we can take, so we've got to stay to this line, and I think we're going to be fine actually holding off from Hamilton right now, so that's good for us. As look at our tyre wear, 68% now. Play safe, going to the mediums. Yeah, it's a good shout. Hamilton's coming back though at us. I'm going to hold it down the inside line. I'm going to try and outbrake him, and he's actually done us, Lewis Hamilton, so he's ahead now, which is hashtag not what I wanted right there. As we just starting to lose grip now on these tyres, and I may have to pit this lap as Jeff's now on the blower telling me to pit this lap. We are struggling now for grip, and Hamilton's going to try and take this opportunity to pull away from us, but this is not what I wanted right now. Just the tyre wear is going up massively a lap. It's insane, 75% now. Oh dear. Confirmed change. And now we're under pressure from Lance Stroll now, which is interestingly enough, who I did not want to fight with in this Grand Prix. But Hamilton's carrying on for another lap, and we're going to box this lap. We have to, really. And pit now off these tyres and get on some medium tyres, but... Whew. Okay, here we go then. Come on, boys, get me a good stop here. You've done well today. Not the quickest one, but we'll take a 2.3. Nope, well, I'm just going to take gambles now. We're not going to take any front wing as well. We're just going to have to take it tactically now and just go for it. Hamilton's going to be in traffic as well. And we're in 12th place as well. We've got a few more people who are still yet to make a pit stop as well. So all to play for. No, we're not putting softs on because I'm worried about punchers. You saw the super softs didn't really last long, did they? And Danny Rick's still going out there, so I don't know how these guys are staying on their tyres. Insane how their tyre wear has just gone incredible in this race compared to ours. It's cold tyres again. Hopefully now that we've got some clean air, we can really attack. Now we know these tyres can definitely go to the end of the race on them, so we're going to be going for it now. If they can do 20 laps on them at least, we can go quite far on these tyres. As we now move ahead of Kvyat, who's pitted. As we've got to try and hunt down Raikkonen, who has pitted as well, so he's jumped us from that, unfortunately. So Raikkonen's already like 7 seconds up the road, so that little moment there, that last lap, before we pitted, we should maybe have gone in. Maybe on that lap 1 now. So we're ahead of the torpedo now. We won't ride again, Ryan, come on. And Danny Rick finally pits, so that just means Hamilton's going to pit this lap as well. Running a little bit wide there, going through there. Again, just no grip in these mediums yet. Yes, I know they're on wets, we're not pitting, so YOLO. Back end slides out. Who's coming out of the pits? We've got Alonso coming in, so we're going to be in the points, which is what we want, of course. We want the points. So we're now into 10th place. Still more people to pit, of course, so we've got to gain a few more positions, hopefully. Not bothered about fuel now. We'll just have to just go for it. Ocon leads the Grand Prix then, so I think Ocon's going to be in the pits shortly. That'll be a scene actually if Ocon wins the Grand Prix. He must be pitting for super soft surely for his last stop. Or if he goes on mediums, then his strategy's gone down the toilet actually, so if it works for him then fair play, but Hamilton there. He's, well, 19 seconds away, but I doubt that because he's just come out of the pits annoyingly and he's just there. So Hamilton unfortunately has jumped us in the pits again. My only hope and pray is Hamilton's tyres go off at the end of the race. It's the only thing I can think of that could help me here in this scenario right now. If Hamilton has a problem with his tyres, then that's the only thing that could save us here. But he's committed to a 2-stop there, Hamilton. He's gone very well on those tyres. As Danny Rick gets the fastest lap, as we go very aggressive there. And that was not the best line to take, not going to lie, but we did lose time anyway, so I'm not bothered. But if Hamilton stays where he is, it's only a point, remember, and we only need at least a second if he win the. We just got to keep Hamilton where he is right now. He's got a bit of a gap behind, which is actually no, we're now up to 9th, which is not great. We've still got 11 laps to go. Still not giving up yet. Oh, Bottas in 11th. I've just spotted that actually. So really the points difference will be 12 points going into the next round. Bottas will be about what? 19 points behind in the championship, so he still has a chance. But an ideal situation with 10 laps to go, Hamilton doesn't overtake any more drivers. We need to keep him at least 1 place ahead of us right now. I think he will gain 2 points, I think, on us. Oh, again, just can't get that corner right. Just gotta hope the AI don't pit. Anyone else who pits ahead is just gonna help. Oh. Bloody Hamilton out here. Luckily no one's pitting, which is good. As long as Hamilton stays there, I'll be happy to take away points. How these guys can manage their tyres compared to me, I don't know how. Carlos from Brazil, hola. Hello, welcome. I'm trying to win a Grand Prix. I'm trying to keep this championship alive, but it just amazes me how the AI can do well around this track. I don't know how they can save their tyre wear compared to me. I really had to do a 3-stop. I couldn't do a 2-stop around here. It's impossible for me. Really, I don't know how. But Carlos, who's just watched the stream for the first time, has subscribed as well. So Carlos, thank you so much, mate. Muchas gracias. Probably that's not the right way of saying thank you. Ryan Gaming from Canada. Good to see you, mate. But Hamilton's not gaining, which is the crucial factor. He's not gaining on the cars ahead of him. So really, I've got to finish first in the next 2 races to really win this championship. That's the goal right now. We've got 9 laps to go here. 9 to go. The gap's starting to build up then. We're not going to be too bothered about Bottas. He's too far behind to really mount a challenge on us at this point. So we don't have to worry about him for now. But luckily for us, there are 2 cars ahead of Hamilton, but ahead of Hamilton, there's literally no one in range. So I don't think Hamilton's going to get any higher than P6, I think. But I hope he doesn't catch up. This would be, for me in the championship, it will be ideal if Hamilton doesn't get any higher than where he is right now. And Danny Ricciardo is going to help us in the constructors as well. So hopefully Danny Ricciardo is going to be a massive favour here. But remember guys, Ocon I think is still leading the Grand Prix. Well, I don't know Portuguese, so if anyone's got any Portuguese accents or, you know, tell me what any languages. Oh my god, who's that? Oh, Ocon's pitted for super softs. Go on, Ocon, get past Hamilton, do me a favour. So Ocon's pitted then, so he's on to super softs. Hopefully he can get past Lewis Hamilton. There's a whole flurry of people actually I think have just pitted for the super soft tyres, so I think some have to be committed to 3 stops now. That's interesting actually. So Ricciardo leads the Grand Prix. Will he pit for softs is the question. Is the $1 million question. Will he pit again? Because Ocon surely is one to keep an eye on in this last stage of the race. Just want to get this race out of the way and focus on Brazil, which you guys know we had a classic race in the Massa career mode. If you guys remember that, the Massa World Champion, if you remember that one very well, you know we had a banger of a race. As Perez now comes out on the super softs as well, and this is not helping me right now. It's not helping. Right, we've got 7 laps to go. I'd really appreciate the Force Indias getting past Hamilton here, as that's going to help me massively in the championship. Obviously, we'll still lose points, but it makes my life a lot easier for the final 2 races of the season. Right now, I'm pushing like mad right now. I'm trying my hardest here. Look at the tyre wear. It's already 34% already. I'm not even pushing as much. No, it's not here already. 2017's next week. Oh, a week on Friday is when the game is released, so 10 days from now, actually. I think it's 10 days. It is 10 days. 10 days away from seeing a load of career mode on the first day. Come on, Perez. Please hold on. Please catch up to Hamilton, please, with 6 laps to go. I beg. We have to literally drive our arses off in the last races of the last 2 races of the season to stand any chance of winning the championship. I think Hamilton's been overtaken by a Force India, which is good news for us, actually. That's what we want. Just no life in these tyres. No life in them. Well, let's hope the AI don't bottle it. Yep, 9 days for Aussies, of course. And anyone in the Asia area, of course. It's now Wednesday for you lot. Not there yet for us in the UK. Oh, more people going out the pits then. That's interesting. Is it? Go on, Perez. Go on, mate. It's very feisty at the top there. You can see it at turn 1. Don't know who's leading that. Of course, Alonso's got ahead of Bottas. So that's good news for us in the Constructors' Championship to try and close the gap down. I don't think we'll win the championship as Bottas actually gets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, which is a bit annoying, but Massa now down. He's on the medium tyres, Massa, so I wonder if he's not pitted. I wonder if Massa's going all the way to the end on those tyres, doing a 1-stop, so Massa's going a bit audacious with strategy. Right there, so that's interesting. If Massa is indeed doing a 1-stop, then that's a bit of a bold one. It's just helping Hamilton out even more, but the whole gaggle of cars. Oh, no, 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 Ryan, for God's sake. I had to do that. I flipping had to do that right now. I'm just quite ahead of Van Dorn. God's sake, Ryan. Oh, Perez is out as well. Oh, for God's sake. Must have been a collision on the main straight. Surely a collision. But Perez now is out of the race, which is going to help out Hamilton, so... Oh, he's blown his engine, actually. I had to bottle it, didn't I, guys? One race I had to bottle it, and it had to be this race. Do the old casual Toto Wolf. I've got to carry on. I'm not pitting now. I've got to stay at least in the points here to stand any slim chance now. I've just got to carry on. But how's my tyre wear at 50% already? And these are medium tyres. How? That's the question of the stream. How are my tyres this bad already? And Van Dorn's going to try and pass me here, and I don't want him to pass me. And he's actually done me around the outside as well. full rocket here, and we get it done on Van Dorn again. All I've got to do now is park the bus now. Park the bus on Van Dorn, and we should be able to hold on here. We've got 3 more laps to go. I've got to salvage points now. I've got to salvage points. It's the only way I can survive now. Oh god, that's Bottas as well. And Bottas and Van Dorn are going to be squabbling, and Bottas has got through, which is annoying for me. Oh, she's going horribly wrong now. No, it's just a bad track, this one, for tyre wear. Bottas dive bombing down into the hairpin. I'm going to try and squeeze him out if I can, cleanly, of course, and we do indeed keep it clean. As Van Dorn's trying to get past Bottas here, but all I'm doing now, I've got to park the bus now. Park the bus strategy, which is sort of working, but not working. I'm just going to hold it here, cautiously through this part of the lap, and then run Rich Mix out of the corners here, and just try and do anything in my power here to hold off Bottas. As he runs right wide, that's going to help Van Dorn, and he gets past, which is good news for me, because we've got a McLaren Honda now ahead of a Mercedes, so hopefully... Well, I think I've got like 4 cars behind me. I can't look behind. I'm trying to see who it is, but Van Dorn holding on there in 10th place. Try and get a nice overshot here if I can, but I can't really see anything. Don't overtake me, Van Dorn. You're going to lose position. It's Kvyat now up to 11th. The Torpedo now is on the charge. So we're just going to try and hold on for dear life right now as Ricciardo starts the final lap of the Grand Prix. That's fine with me. Bottas gets passed again. I really need to hold on here. Points matter now. I've got to try and score at least 2 points, or even a point will do me world of good here. With a broken front right end plate gone, and worn tyres as well, we're just going to try and hold on here for dear life. I've got to pray Bottas's tyres are off as well, of course. And what's the gap now? It's only 0.3 of a second, so Bottas is going to have a good sniff into the main straight there, but we're going to try and defend for our lives down that main straight and try and hold it around the outside that we've done numerous occasions in previous laps around here. So here we go then, last lap of the race. I'm going to pull to the right. We will have the inside for the next corner, of course. Well, we'll have the inside, of course. Here comes Bottas then. He's going to try and do us here down the straight. It's going to be very close, this one. Got to try and keep it clean. Just locked up a little bit there. We've made contact with Bottas. Van Dorn as well has got in there as well into the mix and pushed Bottas into me as well. Ricciardo wins the race for my team as well, so good job for him. So Ricciardo wins then. Van Dorn doing a stellar job holding off, and actually he's actually let Bottas through again, the numpty. Just struggling for grip on these tyres now. I'm going to run lean as well, just to play it safe now in this last sector for tyre wear right now. Just playing it cool now. Going to bump up to Rich now, because I know Bottas has been pretty quick through here. Run a little bit wide. Here comes Bottas again, going into the stadium section. We're going to try now break him into the corner. I'm going to be side by side with Bottas going into the corner. We're going to try and switch back into him, into the hairpin, and we've got it done. What a switchback move that was from ourselves. We saw Bottas coming, we outbraked him, switched to the inside, and we're going to hold off him for now, and we get P9. Out of all of that, the madness of that race, we somehow held on. Whew. That was mad. That was mad, that last lap. But I'm glad Ricciardo won, that's the main thing. Danny Ricks picked up a victory for us, which we'll take gladly. But there's your winner. Danny Ricciardo wins in Mexico. Oh, what a race that was. What a last lap that was with a broken front wing. Insane. Parking the bus strategy worked for us there. So let's see some buses in the chat right now, guys. Get the buses there. And I've got to say to Massa, fair play to Massa. If he did a one-stop, that is impressive for him. So there's your podium, and it's actually Stroll on the podium in P3, so fair play to Lance Stroll. Vettel comes home in second, had a quiet race today, did Sebastian, so fair play. Fair play to Lance Stroll and Sebastian Vettel. Champagne flies here in Mexico. Here in the actual, I think probably one of the best podiums of the season, I've got to say. Not going to lie, it's one of my favourite ones of the season, the podiums. So here's your final classification then, guys. You know the top three, so we won't be going through them. But Ocon got fourth, and I really hoped Ocon would have won the race there, but he didn't, unfortunately. Then it was Hamilton in fifth, so he's gained 8 points on us, which is not what I wanted, actually. So it's going to be frustrating, that is, for me. Very frustrating for Hamilton there. It means it'll be about 19 points going into the last race, so we've got to come at least. Hamilton's got to finish third in the last two races and me to win the crown. So, oh, it's annoying. Raikkonen got 6th, Massa got 7th, Alonso got 8th, we got 9th with a broken front wing. And Bottas in 10th place with Kvyat just missing out on the points there. But the rest of the field is on your screen, and the only retiree was Sergio Perez, and Marcus Ericsson apparently had $1 billion worth of penalties, so that's annoying. In terms of the championship now, Bottas is 26 points behind. He still has a mathematical chance, of course. We're 19 points behind. We have got to basically beat Hamilton in the last two races now to stand any chance of winning the championship. But you guys don't have to wait long, because it is back tomorrow with the penultimate race of the season at 8 o'clock normal time, guys. It will be the Brazilian Grand Prix, and it should be quite exciting as well. If you did enjoy this episode, guys, make sure that you subscribe to the channel as well, guys, and you turn notifications so you do not miss out on a future episode, guys, of the series. It's been a pleasure as always, guys, and make sure that you tune in tomorrow, guys, because it's going to be quite a banging one. Hopefully, I'm hoping it's a good one for you lot, especially. And yeah, for me, guys, it is goodbye for now. So thank you so much, guys, and I will see you next time around for a brand new video. But in terms of constructors, 76 points. I doubt we're going to win the constructors now, guys. So we're basically focused on the drivers now. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching this, and I will see you tomorrow, guys, for a brand new stream at the same time, same place, guys. You know the drill. Until then, have a great night, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. See you later.